If you're looking for simple, tasty ways to boost your daily routine, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about walnuts, a small nut that might just deserve a bigger place in your kitchen. Why? Because these little power-pack nuts can add flavor, crunch, and variety to your meals and snacks. In this video, we'll explore why seniors may enjoy walnuts, how to include them easily in your day, and simple tips for getting the most from them. Stay with us. By the end, you'll have some fresh ideas to make walnuts a part of your daily routine in ways that are easy and enjoyable. What are walnuts? Walnuts are the edible seeds of the walnut tree. They've been around for thousands of years and are found in many cultures around the world. They are known for their distinctive shape, slightly bitter taste, and crunchy texture. While often eaten on their own, walnuts are also added to salads, oatmeal, baked goods, and even some savory dishes. For older adults, walnuts can be a convenient and nutrient-rich snack, easy to include in daily meals without a lot of preparation. When buying walnuts, choose unsalted, fresh ones to get the most natural taste and texture. Nutrients in walnuts. Walnuts are small but packed with nutrients. Here's a quick look at what you get in a typical handful of walnuts. Healthy fats, including omega-3 fatty acids. Protein, which supports muscles and overall energy. Fiber, which can help with digestion. Vitamins and minerals like vitamin E, magnesium, and phosphorus. For older adults, getting a variety of nutrients in every snack can help support overall well-being. Even a small portion of walnuts can contribute to a balanced diet and a more satisfying snack routine. Walnuts for heart health. Heart health is a major concern as we age. Walnuts are often included in heart-friendly eating patterns. Why? They contain polyunsaturated fats and plant compounds. These naturally occur in walnuts and may complement a diet that includes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and moderate protein sources. Including walnuts as part of regular meals can be a simple way to add more variety and plant-based fats. Tip: sprinkle walnuts over oatmeal, salads, or yogurt. Even a few walnuts a day can make your snacks more satisfying and flavorful. Walnuts for brain support. Many people notice changes in memory and focus as they age. Walnuts are often highlighted in discussions about foods that may support brain health. They contain plant-based compounds, antioxidants, and healthy fats. These are naturally found in walnuts and can be a tasty addition to a daily routine. Older adults may find that including walnuts in snacks or meals adds texture, flavor, and variety. All factors that make healthy eating easier and more enjoyable. Practical idea: add chopped walnuts to morning oatmeal or evening yogurt. They bring crunch, flavor, and a sense of satisfaction without needing extra preparation time. Walnuts for digestion. Digestive changes can happen with age, and fiber is a key part of supporting digestion. Walnuts provide dietary fiber, which contributes to the daily intake recommended for older adults. Fiber can help with digestion, and walnuts can be a convenient, easy-to-chew way to include fiber in your diet. Tip: pair walnuts with water or other fluids to help them move smoothly through your digestive system. Walnut for weight management. Older adults sometimes notice changes in appetite. Small, nutrient-dense snacks can be helpful for feeling satisfied between meals. Walnuts are calorie-rich and nutrient-dense, which means a small handful can be satisfying. This can make it easier to meet daily nutritional needs without feeling overwhelmed by large portions. Tip: keep a small container of walnuts on hand for a quick snack. perfect for mid-morning or afternoon. Easy ways to include walnuts. Now let's talk about practical ways to enjoy walnuts every day. Breakfast. Sprinkle chopped walnuts on oatmeal, yogurt, or cereal. Salads. Add them to leafy green or fruit salads for texture. Snacks. Keep a small portion in a bowl for easy grab-and-go snacking. Cooking and baking, add walnuts to muffins, breads, or even savory dishes. The key is to choose simple ways that fit your routine. A little walnut each day can go a long way toward variety and enjoyment. Tips for buying and storing. When choosing walnuts, look for fresh, unsalted, and preferably in-shell walnuts. Store them in a cool, dry place, ideally an airtight container. For longer storage, refrigerate or freeze to maintain freshness. Older adults may find pre-chopped walnuts convenient for easy portioning and saving time in the kitchen. Conclusion. So there you have it, a simple guide to including walnuts in your day. Remember, walnuts are one of many foods that can be part of a healthy, balanced diet for older adults. They're convenient, versatile, and easy to enjoy in a variety of meals and snacks. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get more practical tips for healthy aging. And share in the comments, how do you like to enjoy your walnuts? Thanks for watching, and here's to healthy, happy snacking.